Hi everyone, so yesterday I've been messing around with the Firebird's mirror images build on the PTR. Yes, mirror images. So in case you don't know the skill, because it has basically never been used, it summons some images and they use some of your spells and then they disappear again or they die. So the way this works is that with the Firebird set equipped and having an enemy ignited, they can use fire skills and they can proc this ignite damage burst from your 6-piece set. I've been messing around with this earlier in the PTR already, and I actually talked about this in my meteor shower video, and it seems like there is actually a way to make them quite good. So the big issue they had is that they don't really cast a lot of skills. So I tried this with various skills like this Arcane Orb Scourge or with Meteor Shower, and they do a few casts, but it was not really worth slotting it in over something else because they were simply not hitting enough. But they use Flame Blades quite actively. And in the last few days there has actually been a PTR clear on 142 or something using Flame Blades, and that got me to revisit this whole thing. So it actually works quite well. The idea is that you have the big Death Wish multiplier, so you mostly keep channeling and then you cast the mirror images before you start channeling, and they will start like flame blading stuff around them and also explosive blast, and then they will kill everything for you essentially. So you're getting completely carried by your mirror images, and that is a very interesting concept. I can't really tell if this is going to be the best setup. It seems quite close. So there's right now like the regular Flame Blade setup, then there is a Death Wish, Explosive Blast setup, and now we have this mirror images stuff, which is kind of in between those. So definitely extremely exciting to see what kind of variety the Firebird has brought to the Wizard class now. Even though it's all of the same set, you can have so many different options to play this. There are two big issues attached to those mirror images though. The first one is that they die very easily, so they essentially get one-shot by everything. And you have to protect them in some way. You can't really give them shields. I tried it with diamond skin and these things, so that doesn't work. And what does work is that you can either use an Enforcer gem for the 90% damage reduction that kind of keeps them alive, or you can use Frost Nova. So this is actually what I've done. I've tried both, and that works quite well actually, because you just freeze everything around you. You actually get like a bit of a damage buff for that as well, and the mirrors just have a little of time to do their thing. So they will not survive everything, so when there's arcanes or orbiters or stuff like that going on, they will usually die pretty fast, but they will still do an attack or two, and then they also proc the Firebird's 2-piece Meteor that also has the ignite damage. So they do a few attacks and then they will die. And you can resummon them quite fast because the maximum duration is only 7 seconds, and typically this is around the time that it takes for an Oculus to spawn and despawn again. So you go from Oculus Ring to Oculus Ring, you spawn your mirror images, and they will slice stuff for you essentially. So that works pretty well. I was actually doing this without a Bane of the Stricken. The boss kill is still around a minute or something, and on 135 with low Paragon. So there is quite some potential there. And even if you push this very high, the boss kills will probably not go above 3 minutes or so when you have any kind of decent single target boss. So that is actually pretty nice without the Bane of the Stricken. This is definitely a very interesting setup here that is worth highlighting, and so I wanted to share this. So mirror images, very cool. I don't think that I really want to play this because of how slow paced this playset is, but there are some details in this build that make them quite interesting also for kind of like a higher skill level perspective. So especially the timing and also the positioning itself. So you want to spawn the mirror images rather towards the center of a pool, and then maybe you want to move out yourself a little bit because there's the Oculus Ring on the outside, or maybe you even run Zaze and Power Hungry. This is a setup I've seen, so that you get these two big multipliers, and you really have to control your mirror images quite well because they usually tend to run away quite a lot instead of actually attacking. So only when there's some enemies right next to them, they will start attacking those. So this is all I wanted to share here for now. Hope you liked my video, and see you guys next time.